off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never look back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right?
Open.
Tonight, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's week 2 of the NFL preseason on EA Sports. It's the Denver Broncos taking on the Arizona Cardinals.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. But tonight, we've got a preseason matchup, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Denver Broncos. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. Now Brown throwing on first down. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. from the gun. He'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. It's a gain of 35.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Touchdown, Broncos. Alvin Kamara from 13 yards out. And the Broncos will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Brown, and shedding through the tackle. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This 2nd and 4. Kamara up the middle. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brown now on 1st down. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This complete to Lockett. And he'll be stopped at his tracks right at the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Brown. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara powering forward. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Again, it's Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. Buying time to his left. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 30. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Here's Brown. Off play action. He'll buy some time right. Wide open receiver complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Brown. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Marvin Mims from 3 yards out. And the Broncos go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's got 2 touchdown passes on his first 2 drives, and he'll try again here on drive. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun. Brown dancing to his left. Brown with his stick skills. Brown with his stick skills. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. Brown on 1st and 10. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is caught inside the 5. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this 1st quarter. 2nd quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this 1st half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Again, Kamara. And this time he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
The man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they feel really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least just another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Now Brown, off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. He'll air this one out for Mims. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Marvin Mims ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Broncos are able to add on to their first half lead. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot down. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Brown with his stick skills. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Off the play fake. Brown escaping the pressure right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Being chased out left. Brown with his stick skills. There he goes left side. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. That ball caught by Slayton. Touchdown! Darius Slayton, 26 yards. And the Broncos open the lead up to 34-0. So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He's been unstoppable in this first half. 4 touchdown passes on the ledger already. Closing in on the all-time record in the first half, by the way, which is 6 touchdown passes as this drive starts 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Ernest Jones there for the tackle. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Brown with his stick skills. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Brown now throwing on first down. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now this one complete on the slant route. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 26. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Brown steps away to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Broncos have taken a 6-touchdown lead. The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long. And there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are and find.
He has the 4 touchdown passes in last drive. He ran one in for good measure. He's done it all in this one. Here's Brown throwing to start the drive. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Looking to throw on second down. Brown looking left side, and it's complete. 2 touchdowns for him already in this first half. This one good for a first down. Off play action. Brown. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A huge play there for Denver, and even 50 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw again. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Brown buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Going right side, he finds Slayton. Touchdown, Broncos. Darius Slayton with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos extend their lead yet again. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game.
Usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
Tonight, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the Chicago Bears taking on the Denver Broncos.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight, the final dress rehearsal, week 3 of the preseason. And we got a good matchup on tap, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Chicago Bears. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Brown, off play action, flushed out right. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's a gain of 35.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on. Because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
Back to throw now on first down. He's got Slayton on the slant. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. First and 10. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Second and 4. They can still get a first down without scoring. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Alvin Kamara, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up the score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Now a second and 10. Throwing again. Brown. It's caught. Lockett. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Brown from the gun on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Brown. That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Brown escaping the pressure right. Brown with his stick skills. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Dancing to his left. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now we're first and 10 at the 11. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. Touchdown. Brevin Jordan, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Broncos lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Well, they have. And we get another look now at this Broncos offense. Brown now throwing to start the drive toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Marvin Mims, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's thrown touchdown. Throwing to start the drive. Brown. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. It's caught inside the 25. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Broncos are able to widen their advantage. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not. Already had the 2 touchdown passes with the last drive. He ran one in, so now 3 total touchdowns for him here as they start this drive. First and 10. Here's Brown throwing to start the drive. He's going to get this complete here to Lockett. Now inside the 25, Tyler Lockett, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Tyler Lockett, 84 yards. And the Broncos continue to pull away here in this first half.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is
their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's all. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. A give. This is Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw. Brown. Flushed out right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Brown steps away to his left. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. From the 20, here's a 2nd and 4. On the ground, Kamara. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Now Kamara. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Brown. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Off play action. Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Remember, he got loose on the previous drive, capped it off with a nice touchdown run. And now starting again here, 1st and 10. A quick throw out to Lockett. Here now, 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun. Brown. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. And that's caught inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 3rd and 12. Looking to throw. Brown forced out to his left. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Kamara will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. Brown off the play fake. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. They got his man complete. A huge play there for Denver. 41 yards. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Quickly into the hands of Mims. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Marvin Mims ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Broncos just continue to roll. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a throwing to start the drive. Brown. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Operating from the gun, Brown. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Kamara. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Give him 30 yards there. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Buying time to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos are pouring it on. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And some strong running. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
59 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And they'll try to run the option here. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
Nice pickup. 10 yards and a first down on the keeper. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Back to throw. Brown. Dancing to his left. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
Escaping the pressure right. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Looking to throw. Brown being chased out left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos have got it on cruise control.
And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
Tonight, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Denver Broncos taking on the Kansas City Chiefs.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Denver Broncos. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. Now Brown throwing to start the drive. He hits his target, Lockett. He's to the 15, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Tyler Lockett, 75 yards. And the Broncos are on the board here first in the season opener.
Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's off to a hot start, completing his lone throw for the long touchdown pass on that last drive. And they'll try again here with a first down. Now this thrown deep for Slayton.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Back to throw. Brown. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Brown.
Now this thrown deep for Slayton.
That's caught inside the 20. A huge play there for Denver. 51 yards.
A first red zone chance of the new season now as they come up 1st and goal.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Marvin Mims
from 8 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in Week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field.
Off the play fake. Brown steps away to his left. There we go. Fighting through, and he's got space. Now look out. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Second down and 8. Kamara up the middle. And he'll get 4 there down to about the 12-yard line. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Forced out to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. It's their quarterback with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Broncos are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Off-play action. Brown eluding the pressure right. He'll air this one out for Mims. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Marvin Mims, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more.
Throwing to start the drive. Brown buying time to his left. Now he's into the clear again. And finally marked down at the 23. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back to throw. Brown flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. Well, it's only week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. Off play action. Flush to his right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Looking to throw. Brown. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Here's Brown on first down. Now a leaping catch. He's got it.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun. Brown.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Brown off the play fake. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Darius Slayton, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos extend their lead yet again.
Boy, I mean, at this point, what more do we say here? I got nothing.
And you know, so many people talk all the time about having announcer-less games, and they want that. This could be a candidate for it, because if we stay here and do this, we're going to have a lot to fill in the second half.
There's still another half? Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's closing in on.
Throwing to start the drive. Brown dancing to his left. Brown with his stick skills. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to throw. Brown eluding the pressure right. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Brown, off play action, flushed out right. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Being chased out left. And some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Running with Kamara. And down to the 36-yard line here. And quickly they get to the line. Off the play fake. Brown. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11.
Off play action. Brown steps away to his left. And he's got some space here. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Alvin Kamara taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Broncos just continue to roll.
Well, CD, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
The Broncos about set to go on offense.
Brown now on 1st and 10. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And they get him to the ground quickly, but he's out near midfield at the 49-yard line. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. 51 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Set to take over, the Broncos offense trots back out.
Here's Brown off the play fake. Forced out to his left.
He'll air this one out for Mims. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brown looking deep for Jennings. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. A big play there. With his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Broncos get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
All year from coaches and personnel directors in the NFL how difficult it is for a rookie receiver to have an impact on the game. So much to learn, so much offense to absorb. Looks like he's picking it up pretty well.
I would say so. And how about that for your first career NFL touchdown?
I don't know that he envisioned it.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. Brown throwing on first down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Broncos. Darius Slayton, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And coming out now, the Broncos. But they don't really need the... Points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the end.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A huge play there for Denver. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And now they're in the hurry-up. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Alvin Kamara, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos are close. And Denver getting set to take the field. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. Looking to throw. Brown. Flush to his right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Brown. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Looking deep for Jennings. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut.
Denver's offense now set to go.
Now Brown on first down. He'll air this one out for Mims. And got his man complete. A huge play there for Denver. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Brown now looking to throw on 2nd down. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown Broncos. Marvin Mims with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Broncos add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at Week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in Week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. So the Broncos coming out now. On the ground, this is Kamara. He'll take this to the 46.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 71 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
But Charles, in this win, they've really just had one speed, and that's been all out. They're still driving the ball downfield despite the circumstances and the big lead, and they just continue to find... This was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Broncos, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.
today. From Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Denver Broncos taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Denver Broncos.
Here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. Here's Brown, throwing to start the drive. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. He's still on his feet, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Alvin Kamara, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they score in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
He threw his 10th touchdown on the year last time they had it, and he'll look to keep it going here with a 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Brown. He lets it fly for Lockett. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play there for Denver. 43 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. A give. This is Kamara. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos are able to add on to that lead.
So his great start to the season continues. He found the end zone time after time in the opener last week. And he does it again here in week 2.
And Brandon, we have a lot of coaches sell us week to week that there is no momentum, there is no carryover. Every game is its own entity. But after what we saw him do last week and now punching one in here, I'm starting to think that there is a carryover, and he's feeling it.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47.
Now this thrown deep for Slayton.
And this one is incomplete.
The Broncos at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine,
and all the way home for a Broncos score.
Marvin Mims,
47 yards.
and the Broncos are able to extend their lead. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He already with a couple of touchdown throws in this first half as his guys start 1st and 10.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And shutting him off. Now open field. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter. And it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Right back to him on 1st down. Fights through him.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Brown to throw on 2nd down. Able to get away. Buying time to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 21-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos add 6 to their lead. So that CD, that was impressive. He got out of 3, maybe 4 tackles there on his way to the end zone.
and a lot of times when you break a tackle or slip a tackle, it actually slows you down. That's what we were taught. If you don't make the play, make him stop his feet so someone else can get there and tackle him. But not here. He just kept right on going.
He got the job done on the ground on their previous drive with a touchdown run, and he'll start anew with a 1st down.
On 1st down, Brown. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Off-play action. Brown sliding out of the pocket.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Slayton.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Brown.
Now this thrown deep for Slayton.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
The Broncos about set to go on offense.
Now Brown on 1st and 10. He lets it fly for Lockett. It got his man complete. Still going inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tyler Lockett, 96 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, they were back in the shadows for their own goal post, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, punt the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. Throwing to start the drive. Brown looking deep for Jennings. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Broncos are pouring it on. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Denver getting set to take the field.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. Takes it to about the 37. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They were winners last week in that game against Kansas City, and they are on top right now as well. They've got it 1st and 10. Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Brown. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice game. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. Brown escaping the pressure. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Broncos have taken a 5-touchdown lead. I'll tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week.
Remember, he took it in from a yard out the last time they had it, and we'll look to put together a similar drive here as they start 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Muscles him off.
53 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. A 10th carry for Kamara.
Takes it to about the 37. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Brown. He's got his man on the crossing route. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. Brown now. Throwing on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right.
And this one complete again to Mims.
Touchdown, Broncos.
Marvin Mims with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And I'm just wondering, how many yards is he going to throw for? We're only in the Here's Brown, throwing to start the drive. Dancing to his left. There he goes, left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Their mobile quarterback, 27 yards.
And the Broncos get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off, too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field.
Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Brown, off play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Off the play fake. Brown steps away. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch.
Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Flushed out right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Off play action. Brown flush to his right. Brown with his stick skills. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. How about that? Their quarterback, 31 yards.
And the Broncos are on their way to a 2-0 start. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. This has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow?
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
On the ground, Kamara down to the 25.
Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun. Brown. This one is Slayton over the middle. And they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be 4th down. And coming out now, the Broncos. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Now he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
2nd down and 3. Ball on the 7.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Steps away to it. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Broncos add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Denver's offense now set to go.
Now Brown off the play fake. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Down the left sideline.
Touchdown. Tyler Lockett. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Broncos have got it on cruise control. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact,
So the Broncos coming out now. Brown now throwing to start the drive.
Now this thrown deep for Slayton.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Broncos. Darius Slayton, 73 yards.
And the Broncos extend their lead yet again. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
The football going back over to the Denver Broncos.
Throwing to start the drive. Brown firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's Brown on first down.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Kamara. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
To throw on 3rd down. Brown forced out to his left. Brown with his stick skills. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Rolling to his right. Brown with his stick skills. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On the move to his left. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Alvin Kamara.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Broncos just continue to roll.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Brown on 1st and 10.
Open man is Jordan, the tight end.
A huge play there for Denver. 41 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And this is caught at the 8. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided. In the closing seconds.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
To throw on 2nd down. Brown dancing, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown
as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner, and one side a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for Denver, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.
First off, my name Toe, but it's really Tobe Chuku. Got a BM that keep my season, that keep me fruitful. Grew up wearing platinum FUBU on the Southwest eating fufu. And the hammer that I keep don't come with nails. Look, I ain't know who Bill Burr was until I met the man. Half my married to the street without a wedding band. I done peeped at all the These rappers won't be secondhand. My pop said I'd be broke and barely eat. I should've bet the man. Yeah, cause I'm way, way, way up. Long ways from the days I evade valet stores. Couldn't pay nowadays. All the cake I make us is enough to buy about 100 trucks. From Mercedes, I resage Chukwueze. Then my babies, label hit be trying to sway me. Pay me. Wrote the game 2020, you can see it plainly. Can't nobody play me. I kill everything innately. At the helm of the mothership of drip, you can see me leaking. Shh, be quiet, a real speaking. Voice of God, every word I jot. Feel the spirit breathing. Best new artist, but the way I cook, very seasoned. Everything around me moving, like bachata. Usher told me do it my way. Frank Sinatra. Been a shotter, been locked in with my katas. Now I got them raving how I'm big on lines. Hello, Denata. Sheesh. On God, I'm a dog, bro. Need a clergy collar, dodging fleas from you, dog. Adversely, I affect a demon with this God flow. Then put out my queen and yell out bravo. Yeah, we on baby number quattro. Yeah, my whole crib look like an art show. Yeah, pockets on avocado. I'm like a bird. Let me fly away, Nelly Furtado. Bye.
Brother used to hide 100.
Tonight, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Denver Broncos.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight, we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a look at the man under center, now in his 8th season in the National Football League.
And he is, without any question at all, the focal point of this offense. Had an unbelievable game running the football last time out. And we're not just talking about little scampers here and there for 5 or 10 yards. We're talking about big, long, explosive, field-flipping runs. And that's something this defense is well aware of.
And his first pass is incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Brown being chased out left. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now Brown throwing on first down. And that's caught at the 25. Touchdown Broncos. Colby Parkinson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start.
Throwing to start the drive. Brown. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 15 carries, 89 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
Brown now on first down. Steps away to his left.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Their mobile, agile quarterback, 36 yards.
And the Broncos have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone.
He's up to 11 rushing touchdowns now on the season after scoring.
Here's Brown on 1st and 10. And this is caught. Jennings.
Down the right sideline. Inside the 10.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. But Charles, what a start here for them in this game. Still in the first quarter, a sizable lead and pitching a shutout on the other side is their defense.
The game plan is certainly in effect, isn't it? Working awfully well on the offensive side of the ball. They keep compiling points, and the defense playing with a lot of confidence and shutting them out thus far.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's thrown for 2 touchdowns and run for another already in this first half as his guys begin 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Off the play fake. Brown escaping the pressure right.
That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. Down the sideline he goes.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Marvin Mims
with career touchdown number 60.
And the Broncos continue to pull away here in this first half.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
He's number 1 in the league in touchdown passes, just through number 20 on that last.
Brown throwing to start the drive. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, Brown, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, Kamara, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking to throw. Brown. A beautiful fake. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Brown. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Broncos go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback. The ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them.
He capped off that last drive himself, had the touchdown run. Now Brown to throw from his end zone, eluding the pressure right. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Off play action. Brown flushed out right. Brown with a stick skills. Oh, good move. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
It's really something special when we see a quarterback top 100 yards in one half of football. And if he keeps up this pace in the 2nd half, the NFL record for single-game rushing by a QB is certainly in sight.
A little bit of space there for the 1st down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. It's caught at the 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Darius Slayton, 50 yards. And the Broncos are pouring. The Broncos about set to go on offense. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Brown now looking to throw on 2nd down. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. And this is taken in at the 5. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. A chance to really cap off a big 1st half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
He's had quite the game running the football. Last time he finished in the end zone with his legs for the 3rd time in this one. We'll see what they can do here as they start this drive 1st and 10.
They go play action here on first down. Looking right sideline, that's complete.
Still going. Inside the 10.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Marvin Mims
with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Broncos have got it on cruise control.
This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And fights through one man. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
55 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Flush to his right.
Now he's loose again.
They can't tackle him. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. 65 yards.
And the Broncos have now opened up a 7-touchdown lead. Unbelievable.
Brent, I have a feeling they'll be talking about that in film review because this quarterback, he's going to be telling the running backs they better be careful. He might have to slide over and take their position. Showed off his exceptional wheels on that run.
He had another touchdown run the last time they had it, his 4th of the game. He's been unstoppable as they start again here with a first down.
Here's Brown throwing on first down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Throwing again. Brown. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Kamara up the middle. Fighting through it. He's got space.
Missed.
He will not go down. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That good for 22 and a first down. Back to throw. Brown buying time to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Taking it in from 24 yards out.
And the Broncos get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Sometimes positions become interchangeable. The quarterback became a running back and took it the distance for a touchdown.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Off the play fake. Brown. And that is incomplete.
I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
He's across midfield. And finally down at the 32-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Looking to throw. Brown escaping the pressure right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And quickly they get to the line. Brown on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 2nd down and 3. Now Kamara. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Off-play action. Brown flushed out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Darius Slayton with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Broncos are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get.
Denver's offense now set to go. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. And now they're in the hurry up. Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Brown dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Off the play fake. Brown flush to his right. That's caught by Jennings. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Now it looks like plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Now Brown on 1st and 10.
Well, there's Lockett pulling in a tough grab.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Brown now throwing on 1st down to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The Charles are still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He's got it. Touchdown. Tyler Lockett. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Broncos continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
106 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 2.
The busy night continues for Kamara. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They run it again with Kamara. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Being chased out left. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Broncos, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Baltimore, good night, everybody.
Yeah.